Hey guys, today I'm going to review the NiceHCK B80 and the NiceHCK Purple SE. A big thanks to NiceHCK for sending in this review unit, but all the thoughts and opinions you're about to hear are my own. So first I'll review the NiceHCK B80, which is the earbuds from NiceHCK. So what do you get? Well, when you open the box or when you get the box, you get this waifu or oyome as it is called in Japanese. And inside this you also get the plaque, so you can keep it in your desk. It looks quite nice. And then you get the case, you get two sets of foam tips, and the NiceHCK B80. So earbuds are generally which do not fit me that well, but NiceHCK B80 were the first one which fitted me quite nicely. Which fit me quite nicely, and the fit was a lot better from my previous earbud video, which was a FIO FF3S. The earbuds are a bit rounded and they have this stem kind of design which sits really nicely. So this was really nice. And also the cable is quite nice. It's rubberized. It has a 3.5 millimeter and I got the TRRS or the mic version. Now talking about the sound. Well, out of the box, I did not use any foam, and it was a good decision I did not use because when I try to use the foams, there are two types of foams. One is a full cover and one is a half. So because out of the box the sound is quite warm. So if you use any foams, it becomes even more warmer. So I decided not to use that. And the sound review which you will be hearing from me on the B80 is based on the stock setup without any foams. So let's talk about the sound. Well, out of the box, the B80 has a very warm signature, as I said, and the bass is really good because whenever you use any earbuds, the number one complaint which you'll hear is it doesn't have any bass. So good news here is that the B80 has a good amount of bass, and not only is the amount good, but in my opinion, the texture and the quality of the bass is really good. For example, the sub bass. When I'm listening to Crack Crack Crackle by Classy, it has that boomy and the rumbliness which I get from the sub bass from an earbud, from an IEM. That is what I get in the B80, which was really nice to hear. And it wasn't muddied up. Although for some people who do search for a very clean sound, it might sound a bit muddy, but for me it was really good. And the sub bass feeling which I got from an earbud was quite surprising. Now coming to the mid bass is where I'll say it's a bit lacking, and by lacking I say is that the tactility of the mid bass is a bit blunted. So for example, when I'm listening to the Bjork's Hollow 16-bit remix, there's a good section in the starting 45 seconds wherein you check the IEMs or the earbuds sub bass quality and mid bass quality. While the sub bass was fantastic in the B80 for its price point, the mid bass was a bit muddied up and the tactility of the mid bass was a bit lost. So there was a bit of a bleeding too happening in the mid bass. Now, depending on the genre of music you listen to, this could be a good thing or a bad thing because that bleeding from the mid bass region to the male vocals region is quite good when listening to songs from R&B, rap, hip hop. But if you listen to something classical, if you listen to something vocal forward, like let's say Chris Cornell or Bill Withers, it might sound a bit muffled. It might sound a bit muddled up over here. But rap and hip hop sounds very good. Now, male vocals, although they sound a bit behind the mic and a bit muddled up, but the quality or the texture of the voice of Chris Cornell, Bill Withers, they have this very thick voice that comes across really well in the B80. So, and female vocals too, they are quite good, and I have had no issues over here. The vocal section especially is done really well in the B80, and the female vocals I thought might be a bit dark or a whale sounding, but it comes across quite well over here. Now coming to the treble. Now the treble could be a make or break factor for many. Well, let's talk about the good thing about the treble. Is if you like a darker sound signature, then you'll love the treble because I think so the treble is done very well. It's very well controlled. It has a decent amount of sparkle, but it doesn't get too spacey or too shouty, wherein if you're it can sound shrilly. So that's not the thing with treble. But if you are looking for some clarity, if you are looking for something a bit of a treble headedness, something a bit of a shrilly for your classical or for your female vocals, then it could be a bit of an issue. So it depends as to what you want. In my personal opinion, I think so the treble of the B80 is done really nicely. It strikes a good balance between not sounding too shrilly, too shouty, and to give me a good amount of details. By the way, the price for the B80 is $34, so it's a budget pair of earbuds, but I think so it does perform better than the more expensive FIO FF3S, because the FF3S, although it has a lot of goodies inside the box, ear wings, ear hooks, silicone earmuffs, and all those things, but I think so what you get out of the $34 NiceHCK B80 is much better in terms of price to performance ratio from the FIO FF3S. Now, talking about the soundstage is fantastic because it's an earbud. So when watching movies or playing games, the soundstage it has a very wide sphere around your ear. So that sounds fantastic. And the imaging was average for this price. In my opinion, the B80 is a really good starting earbud for anyone who wants to test out earbud. Because I'm not much of an earbud person, but if I had to suggest something for a starting price, I think so the B80 is a good suggestion for that. And the warm sound signature is something which, although might not be for the female vocal lovers and the extreme purist, but I think so it has its market, and I quite enjoy it. One more advantage of using an earbud is that they are very comfortable to use. You will have no issues of occlusion. You will have no issues of sweating inside your ears. So you can wear them for longer periods of time without any issues. So that's why I suggest if you have to look at an earbud at a budget price range, then the NiceHCK B80 is a good option. Now coming to the NiceHCK Purple SE cable. Well, this is the NiceHCK Purple SE cable. Looks fantastic. Can you guess the price for this? This is only $13, the MSRP, or $14, $13.99. But during sale, you can get it for $11 or $10. Even for the MSRP, the looks alone is fantastic. I think so. It goes very well with any IMs, but if you have something which looks similar to this purple color, it will look good. Let's start with the overview. So this is, I got it in 3.5 millimeter version. So this, although it looks metal, this is plastic. The cinch over here is, the strain relief is done really well over here. And this is an 8-core cable. As you can see, it's really soft and quite supple, especially for the price. Now this is the vice plater. This also looks metal, but it is plastic. And this is a chin cinch. It can turn quite well, and it works unlike some other cables. Then again, it is split. And these are the ear hooks. As you can see, this is the strength of the ear hook. It's quite nice. It's not too tight, it's not too loose. So goes well with most IMs. I have had no issues. And this is the connector. Now I got it in 2-pin, and as you can see, it has a notched connector, so it goes well with any IMs. For me, the deepest fitting IM I have is the Truth Arcade, and it fitted quite nicely without any issues. There was no movement whatsoever, and any IMs, it fit them without any issues, and the connection was quite tight. So yeah, I mean, this is an 8-core cable from NiceHCK, and the quality of the cable for $13 is amazing. It's absolutely fantastic as to how good this cable is for $13. You can get it in other colors too, if I'm not wrong. There's a similar cable which is priced around $15, and it comes in white color. So if you do not like this purple color, you can get that. But I personally really like this purple color, and I think so if you're looking for a budget cable, even regardless of your just for color matching, you can get this cable. Because if you like to get a good grip on your IM, if you like to make sometimes whenever you get an IM, the cables are not that well, and they become a bit tangly, and it's very hard to wrap them and keep them up. So if you want something cheap and good, I think so the NiceHCK Purple SE is the best, because the other cables which I showed, they go at $50, sometimes $30-$40, but this is really good. I really like it, and this has quickly become one of my favorite cables, especially for the price of $13. So yeah, that's my review of the NiceHCK B80 and the NiceHCK Purple SE. If you have any doubts or any comments, please do comment below, and I'll try to help you out. like and subscribe, as it really helps me out a lot. 94% of the people watching this video aren't subscribed. Subscribing is a great way of supporting me, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a great day. Bye.